Alright, we went a little bit deeper into the semi than I thought we were gonna go. Got the cab off of it. I'm gonna have to put some rockers, inner and outer rockers on it. Fix these corners. The mounts are gone. This one's better than that side. That one's pretty bad. Down in the rockers are pretty toasted, so I'm gonna put inner rockers and fix the floor pans while we're at it. The back mounts are completely gone. I have to do those. This tub all gonna get done while that's happening, so I'll rebuild all that tub. Then we figured out the transmission is gonna want to come out anyway. I mean, I knew that. We talked about it. It's got a bearing grumbling in it, so I'll go ahead and pull it apart, put a clutch, a flywheel, and everything in it while we got it down. We've got the frame all stripped down. All the welding's done on the brackets. We ended up not bolting those and just welding them. That was a pain in the ass to drill those, so we just welded them on. The frame's pretty much ready to just be cleaned up and painted. It's there. Got stainless exhaust for it, header, Flowmaster muffler, and that's pretty much it on the new stuff we got. I'm gonna get that tore down here in the next day or two and find out what I need to get ordered for it. But just a quick update on how far we tore the son of a bitch down, because it's a little bit, well, I knew it was bad, but I wasn't planning on really pulling that off. But that thing was so dirty and nasty, I needed to get it taken out and power washed, and this frame was just packed full of mud and everything, and it was just time to do it. There's that inner rocker. I gotta get rid of some of this. I left it so I'd kind of know where to. I didn't really need it because it's all gonna come out flush down here, but just left some of it. But I gotta get, I don't want to take the seat bolt nut out. I want to punch a hole in this. I want to get it down in there and get it marked, and then go to this punch press and punch a hole in it. And then I'm just going to put it around it and weld it. And I'll take that rocker back off. I was just fitting it, knowing full well I need to get in there and put some tacks on the inside of that. But you get that all fit up now and start cleaning it up. It's going to look pretty good. It's solid as hell. It's probably about 10 times thicker than what was ever there. That's 16 gauge, so that ought to be pretty good against some rocks and everything. Plus it's going to have rocker guards, so be all good. There's the inner rocker all fit up. Not perfect. Caught on the saw blade. Sharp teeth. It didn't fit 100% perfect. I kind of had to overbend that to get it to come over, because I left it a little angled to let the water flow, but I really needed to trim this. But after you put the bend in it, you can't get it back in the brake the way it works with it being that short. So it is what it is. It's fit up. Now it's ready to be taken back apart and cleaned up. It doesn't look too hateful. It'll be alright. Keep going on all that. There's most of that rocker partially done. It turned into a big old mess with some of these rust holes. They're using a 16 gauge metal makes it a little hard to form some of that shit. You gotta beat the shit out of it to get it to form. These outer rockers are about halfway decent. Beat it up a little bit, put them together. Decided to fully weld that, even though it's going to get 2 rocker guards on it. It's a hell of a lot of work doing these samurai bodies. I've done a few of them, and it's always pretty challenging. This is the first time I've ever flipped one upside down, though, so it makes it a lot nicer doing it like this. Be on to the next side and the rest of it. The body set back up. Rockers are needing to be welded on the top now that it's flipped over. I forgot to tape for a couple days, so this is what I got done in that time. The tub, not perfect where it came together, but it's good enough for a rock buggy. I still got to radius that corner a little bit better. Finish fabbing these pieces and extending them over. I only have a 4-foot break, so I could only make that panel 4 foot. So I had to add those pieces in. But overall, the floor pans look pretty decent. They're really close to just be spot welded inside and then have some seam sealer put in them. Back here, the pans underneath. You see I rebuilt the mount there. This mount will need to be drilled, or you can actually see it better over there. That will need to be drilled from the bottom because it was completely gone. I didn't know where it was, so it'll get positioned once it gets set. But overall, next move will be pulling this windshield frame off, and it's actually good on this side. Get a hold of this thing right here. This side is pretty bad, so I'll need to get this off. It needs to be replaced anyway, so I'll have to rebuild all this and take care of that. It shouldn't be too hateful. Finish up all this welding. I didn't weld none of that on the top, so it'll all need to be welded now that I got it flipped up. A bunch of seam sealer is going to go in this thing before it gets painted. We got to get those bolts heated up and get them seat belts off. This is going to get 4-point harnesses in it, so those are going to go. And I'll have to fix these target holes, like they all rust out right there. So I'm probably going to take these off. It's getting a whole roll cage anyway, so all these bars are going to go away, and if I get this target out of the way, then I can get the roll bar all welded up nice and easy and get it painted nice. But back here, I actually had built a bracket up and around that I never filmed. That light's gonna make it to where you can't see it, but this is actually one of the body mounts. It just sits on there. It doesn't bolt down or anything, but it does have pads for it to sit on. And you can see kind of what I done up under there. Not 100% perfect, but it'll be all right for Rockers are definitely nice and strong now. Look down there, things are actually looking pretty stout. So you have those little notch outs right here. The tire probably won't come into it too much, maybe just a little bit up here somewhere. Means that the wheelbase is being extended, but that's probably going to be what I'm going to do for this video. I'll pick back up on the next one. We'll be putting all the shit on the frame and getting it set on the axles and get it all done to where this can be mounted up once it gets painted. So I'll probably be in the next week or two, we'll be hitting that.